What's going on, my Central Unit? It's the Sentiment here. So this is my review of Survivor Series 2024. This is the third Survivor Series in history in Canada. The first one in Vancouver. They did one in Montreal in 1997 and the other one in Toronto in 2016. This is the final Survivor Series. Actually, this is the final WWE pay-per-view. I refuse to call it a premium live event on the WWE network in most international countries because WWE is moving to Netflix next month, so drink it in. This show, I'm guessing it's took place at Thanksgiving Day or Eve. I think it's likely Thanksgiving Day. There's a lot of... I think they're referencing American football towards the two War Games matches. You know, there's American football in Canada, folks. It's not just the American thing. I'm not going to talk about that, you know, it's kind of pointless. You know, they're kind of referencing college football, actually, so. Anyway, so the first match to kick off Survivor Series War Games. We got the first War Games match of the night, and this is for the women's. So, we got Team Rhea Ripley taking on Team Liv Morgan. So, represent Team Rhea. Got Rhea Ripley, Naomi, Bianca Belair, one half of the women's WWE Tag Team Champions. Io Sky represent Damage Control, and Bayley. Bayley's replacing Jade Cargill. She was written off due to a kayfabe injury. I think it's got to do her, you know, Jade's performance in the ring has been really questionable. You know, she's known for botching. I don't want to get into that, so Rhea was wearing, like, her protective mask. Wow, it's basically a demon goat look. You know, you get the Satan devil horns and the goat horns, or the ram horns. Anyway, and then the members represent Team Liv. We got Liv Morgan, the WWE Women's Champion. And then we got the WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax on SmackDown. Tiffany Stratton, the Miss Money in the Bank holder. Raquel Rodriguez, Liv's teammate of the Judgment Day. And Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae, to be honest, she looks like Alexa Bliss. You know, the reason why I say that, you know, I'll get to that a bit shortly, but I'm not going to go in details of the War Games matches and both the women and the men's. You know, it'll take me too long. I'm trying to keep this review about 20 minutes, 30 minutes long. This match for the women's War Games match, it was a fun opener. My only nitpick about, not just for the women's War Games match on the show, but the men's War Games match, it's nearly 14 minutes long. Not saying it's a bad thing, but it's kind of dragging too long. But it's just what it is. I don't want to get into that. But like the two women star this War Games match is Bayley and Nia Jax because they've been feud since the summer when Nia beat Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship at SummerSlam, the belt on SmackDown. So yeah, I think it was a good move to have those two women kick off War Games. You know, yeah, it proper starts when all members of two teams in the match, but seeing them start this match was good. You know. Anyway, so I try to keep it short and simple. You know, they're carrying weapons. You know, like you had Naomi carrying like a toilet seat. She did like a stink face towards Nia, even though like she's married to Jey Uso. Is it Jimmy Uso or Jey Uso Naomi's married to? I think it's Jimmy or Jey. I can't really which one who's married Naomi, but that was it's just what it is. Like in the dying portion of the match, you had Io grabbing it was a trash can. It looks like a purple and orange trash can. Stratton at one moment of the match, you know, like you thought like she's carrying the Money in the Bank briefcase, but like in the during this match, I think like in the second quarter or the third quarter of the match, you know, she grabbed the briefcase. You know, you thought they were kind of like teasing like Tiff is going to cash in her briefcase during this match. You know, whether it's on Liv or Nia. But yeah, the teasing is I could see Tiff being with Nia. Like that's gonna be leading up to probably in 2025, but that's another story for another time. But anyway, so like I like Tiff. Man. I think Tiff is very underrated. You know, I think she's starting to grow on me. Like I thought, like just another Vince McMahon like creation. You know, I think her like I watched some clips. You know, on the WWE YouTube channel. Like you know, in the days of NXT 2.0, she was doing the rich girl gimmick. You know, but nah, she's starting to improve in the ring. She's good looking. You know, I think they're gonna put the rocket strap onto Tiff's back. You know. There's one spot, you know, like but this is revolved around Tiff and Io, you know, Io and Bailey teaming up, you know, because they've been feuding in the early parts of this year, you know, like Bailey won the women's Royal Rumble match, and then she was the leader of Damage Control, and then Bailey got kicked out of the group. You know, I think Io is the new leader of the group, and then Bailey beat Io for the championship at WrestleMania. You know, and all of a sudden now they're like teaming up. You know, I think now Damage Control and our baby faces. You know, I thought they're going to continue this rivalry between Bailey and the Damage Control, but they moved into a different direction. So anyway, there's one spot. Yeah, Tiff did a moonsault off the cage, and then you had Io like placing the placing the trash can all over her. They're both doing like moves off the cage. That was kind of cool. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about like Candice LeRae. Yeah, to me, I think she looks like Alexa Bliss. You know, like one more in the match. You know, she did like the was it the moonsault, the springboard moonsault? You know, Alexa does like that type of move as well. If you watch her very closely, but the one match I think would want to see could probably get is Candice LeRae versus Alexa Bliss. But they're both similar in height, but I think Alexa's a bit. I don't know how old is Candice LeRae. I don't know, but I don't know if we're gonna see Alexa Bliss in WWE. I heard she's pregnant, but is she injured? I don't know, man. It's like her status is a bit unknown. I feel like one more in the match, Candice hit like I think it was a cold breaker onto Naomi or Bailey, but I think it was onto Bailey, the cold breaker, and Bailey kind of like fall onto Naomi. You know, that's some good spots. You know, the funny part, you had not funny part, but one part of this match, you had Liv was the last woman to trying to enter the War Games match. You had this also another women's rivalry on Raw. We got this rivalry between Rhea and Liv. It started like after WrestleMania. Liv kind of like injured Rhea Ripley, ended her women's title reign. She was out of action for I think it was like 2 or 3 months. Came back at SummerSlam. Revolved around between her. It's kind of like this love triangle storyline between Rhea, Liv, and Dominic. You had Rhea, got turned by Dominic. Leading up to the double face turn or the double turn between Liv and Rhea. You're seeing Liv's eyes. She's gonna face the music. Rhea's took off her mask. And she had face paint around her. I don't know what's referencing that. I'm guessing maybe Hela from Thor. That's Kate Blanchett's character from the third Thor film, Thor Ragnarok. Because Kate Blanchett's Australian, Rhea's an Aussie. Maybe it's referencing that. I don't know. But anyway, you thought like Liv was about to leave the ring. She brought in the baseball bat. Yeah, I can't remember any near falls. I think there was a code breaker attack. There was one near fall. I think like Bianca and Bailey hit and put Nia through a table, and you thought like Bailey about to pin Nia, but instead Liv broke the pin. Oh yeah. Rhea took a nasty beating by Liv with the bat. All the heel members of Team Liv holding Rhea, and Liv hitting Rhea with a baseball bat. Like I don't know what is referencing the baseball bat. Maybe Harley Quinn. She looks like could be a good Harley Quinn. She got the blonde hair, the blue eyes. So it's just what it is. There's one spot. Like I think it was Nia and Tiff hit like I think it was a suplex. I'm guessing it was a power bomb, or I think it was a power bomb and a blockbuster combo onto Bianca Belair. That was cool. You can tell by Nia. Nia is starting to improve in the ring. Like when she first started around her first run in the company, she looks like too green. She's just a big woman. She's only there because she's the Rock's cousin, but ever since she came back, you tell she's starting to improve, in the ring. But anyway, so in the end, I think Liv was about to put Rhea through the table, but Rhea got out of the way. In the end, she hit the riptide. Before that, she kind of handcuffed Raquel Rodriguez. Rhea hit the riptide onto Liv Morgan off the top rope through the table to score the victory. So yeah, it was predictable that Team Rhea will get the victory. It was good. It's still basically getting Rhea her win back because the last two pay-per-views, SummerSlam and Bad Blood, Liv beat Rhea due to shenanigans. Dominic turned on Rhea, and then you got Raquel. And Raquel joining the Judgment Day. So this rivalry is still continuing, and I'm thinking, you had, like everyone knows, like Rhea, Liv and Raquel kind of injured Rhea's eye. I'm guessing this rivalry is not going to continue. I think it's continue throughout 2025. I don't know if this could continue at WrestleMania. I think it could really end at WrestleMania, to be honest. It started the Raw after Mania. I think it could be end at WrestleMania, but who knows? But I think Nia will probably feud with Tiffany Stratton. I think Tiff will turn big. I don't know. I think she could probably better off being the heel, but I think she was getting some fan support. But who knows, man? Like 2025 is a couple of weeks off. We've got Christmas to come, but by the way, this is really a good War Games match to kick off the show. So the next match, this is for the United States Championship. First off, 3 championship matches are on the show. So we got LA Knight defend the United States Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm going to keep it short and simple, And this match is the shortest match of the night. I think it's lasted about nearly 10 minutes. And this is the weakest match on the show. Not say it's a bad match. It's just basically, I feel like it's a match you see on Raw or SmackDown, but not on a pay-per-view. Actually, it's not really a pay-per-view match. It's more like a TV match. I don't think there's any chemistry between LA and Shinsuke. I don't think they clicked. They're not really gelling. Nakamura came out with I think it was darker music with face paint. Like something with Nakamura's heel turn, they end up falling flat. I think with Nakamura, I think he's more of a babyface than a heel. But it's just what it is. But the match itself was just okay. LA Knight was going for the BF. Was it the BFT? The BFT? The blood flow. Was it blood flow transfusion? Blood flow trauma. It's called blood flow trauma. But I think Shinsuke got out of the way. In the end, he hit LA Knight with a reverse DDT onto that metal thing. I think it's around it's the thing set up the 2 rings for War Games. He hit it on LA Knight, hit the Kinshasa, pins LA Knight for the win to retain the United States win the United States Championship. He won it for the 3rd time, and this is the way to. I feel sorry for LA Knight. He won the United States title at SummerSlam against Logan Paul. And then I think his first title defense on pay-per-view was at Crown Jewel, and now he's dropping it at Survivor Series. So I don't know if they're gonna have. I think this is gonna be a rivalry between LA Knight and Shinsuke Nakamura for the championship, going into they'll probably have the match at Saturday Night Main Event, or probably at the Rumble. But I don't think they'll be at the Rumble because the Rumble is in February. I don't want to get into that, but good to see Shinsuke winning the belt. But I think his title reigns are disappointing. You know, he's been free, so now he's a three-time United States champion. He's been Intercontinental champion. He barely defends it. So what's the point? So I feel like they really dropped the ball on Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, I don't want to get in details, but it's just like, I think it's a sad way to end LA Knight's title reign, but I don't bet on it if they're going to give Nakamura a good run as the United States champion, but who knows. But besides that, it's the weakest match of the night. Not a bad match, not a good match, it's just kind of there. So the next match, this is a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. Braun Breaker, Braun Breaker. My apologies. Braun Breaker defending the Intercontinental Championship against Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser of Imperium. I don't really call it Imperium at this moment in time because they kicked out Giovanni Vinci. He's now on SmackDown. I think that's probably a bad mistake, but that's another story for another time. But I think it's better than the United States Championship match from earlier, or the previous match. It was good, you know, it was a good fun match, you know. Braun Breaker, or Breaker. I keep saying Baker, like Baker, it's actually Breaker. I wish they just call him Braun Steiner. Use the Steiner name instead of Breaker. It's just what it is, but Braun Breaker was a beast in this match, you know. Hitting these high flying moves, you know, he hits I feel like Ludwig Kaiser did like his a baseball sliding drop kick onto Braun Breaker or Breaker. I'm gonna check it. I keep calling it break. I keep saying Breaker. It's actually Breaker. Braun Breaker. Baker and Breaker, man. Kaiser hit the baseball sliding drop kick onto Braun Breaker. He did it towards Sheamus near the steel steps. Ludwig Kaiser pose. Breaker hit like I think it was a flying clothesline, and then minutes later he hit a flying clothesline. A double flying clothesline on both Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser, you know. The story going into this, you know, is like, can Sheamus win the Intercontinental title for the first time? It's the only title that eluded him. You know, he's been WWE champion 3 times, World Heavyweight champion, the original one time. I think he's US champion twice. He's been Raw Tag Team champions 2 times, and the SmackDown Tag Team titles once. That was towards Cesaro, the Bar, but it's the only title that's eluded Sheamus in his career. But I think Braun kind of throw Sheamus over the barricade, and yeah, Sheamus did his typical like banging his opponent's chest 10 times, you know, on both Braun and Ludwig Kaiser, you know. Sheamus is the babyface, Braun and Ludwig are the heels. You can tell like the fans really get behind Braun. They're not booing, they're doing that. They did the barking like roo 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 roo. I understand it's referencing the Steiner brothers, you know, Rick and Scott, you know, because you know Braun Breaker is the son of Rick Steiner and the uncle of Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner. Like the funny moment of this match, you know, when Braun pinned Sheamus kicked out and won. He's doing the push-ups, you know. It's referencing Scott Steiner, you know. You can tell like he's going to be this star, you know. He's got the charisma, he's got the personality. He can go in the ring, you know, paying homage to his father and uncle, you know. That is cool. Sheamus almost won this match, you know. He hits Braun with the bro kick, you know. And Ludwig pulled him out of the ring. He kind of brutalized Sheamus with the shillelagh. And Sheamus took a nasty shillelagh shot. You know, his back was bleeding. In the end, Braun Breaker. I keep calling him Baker. Like, it's actually Breaker. I wish they just call him Braun Steiner. You know, the Steiners in the company with good terms. You know, it's just what it is. So, Breaker hit the spear in both Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser to win this match and retain the Intercontinental title. It's for the best. I think it's a good decision. You know, he's a two-time intercontinental champion. I know he dropped the belt to Jey Uso. I was totally against that. You know, it felt like, what's the point winning the belt at SummerSlam against Sami Zayn, knowing that he's going to drop the belt on a Raw. You know, never give Braun a good run with the belt. You know, hope Braun gets a good run with the belt. You know, I don't know. I think he will remain as a heel, but I could tell the fans really got behind Sheamus. Not Sheamus. Braun Baker. Braun Breaker. Sorry, I keep saying Baker and Breaker. It's just like, yeah, Breaker. You can tell I think he's gonna be a star. I can see him being a world champion in the next few years. He's only 20. I think he's 27. He's got to be in his mid or late 20s. You know, yeah, it is Breaker. Yeah, I keep calling him Baker. Yeah, it's actually Breaker. I know it rhymes. I understand. It's just what it is. But besides that, this was a really fun match. I really enjoy. I think, it was fun. It was entertaining. Sheamus come up short once again because he had the feud with Gunther 2 years ago at Clash of the Castle. Then they had that triple threat match at WrestleMania 39. So, yeah, Sheamus is on chase mode. I can see Sheamus winning the belt in 2025. But my heart wants to see Sheamus winning the belt. But I think my mind's saying that I think Sheamus' time in WWE is nearly done. He's been in the company about 15 years. He's done everything he could. He's won the championships. I think he's there to put over the younger talent. I think Sheamus is in his 40s now. I feel like Braun's going to be... Braun and Ludwig are kind of like the future. But it's just what it is. So, moving on to the next match. So, the next match, this is for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's a SummerSlam rematch. Gunther, the Ring General. I can't really pronounce it like Ludwig Kaiser. Defending the World Heavyweight Championship against... almost call him Dominic, but Damian Priest. Yeah. He defended the belt against Damian Priest. Not on the same level as their match at SummerSlam, but this was a really good match. The story going into this, or during this match, is Gunther working on the arm or the shoulder of Damian Priest. I think one more of the match, Damian did I think it was like a take that, like a flying shoulder, and he hurt his shoulder in the process, and Gunther's working on the arm. I found this match a little bit boring, but besides that, it kind of picked up some pace a little bit, one more of the match, I think like Gunther was going for I think it's a Fujiwara armbar, but Damian countered with the triangle chokehold. Or the announcers didn't really refer it as the Hell's Gate, but I understand why, because Damian Priest grew up watching The Undertaker, there was one near fall for Damian Priest, he kind of hit Gunther with, hit him with the I think it was not a Frankensteiner, but he kind of Hurricanrana Gunther off the ring, off the top rope, and then hit the Razor's Edge to score the near fall. I don't think Priest hit the South to Heaven chokeslam. I don't think he hit it in this match. Every time he's trying to do that, his shoulders kind of gave out. I feel like Gunther locking the Kimura lock onto Damian Priest. I'm trying to give it short and simple, folks. I think there's one bad spill. I'm guessing he pushed Gunther off the top rope and then Priest kind of fall off. He's selling his shoulder. It looked like it could be a serious moment. He actually injured his shoulder. He had Priest saying to the referee, give me 1 minute. In the end, out comes Finn Balor, feuding with Damian Priest for months now, hit the stump onto Priest, and then I think Gunther, I think it was a drop kick or clothesline, I can't remember, onto Finn Balor, and then he brought Priest back in the ring, locking the triangle hold, or not triangle hold, the sleeper hold for the win to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. And before that, he did lock in the sleeper hold, but he counted into a powerbomb for the near fall in this match. Forgot to mention that, but I knew that Gunther would retain the title. There's no way Damian Priest is going to win this match to regain the World Heavyweight Championship, but you're keeping Gunther. I think Gunther in the last 3 years, 2022, 2023, 2024, he's on a roll. I thought like he's going to be buried, he's called up to the main roster, because this is under the Vince McMahon regime, and then when Finn's starting to leave, he ended up winning he went on to win the Intercontinental Championship, kicked off his 2-year reign. I thought he's going to drop the belt like later in 2022. I thought he's not going to get that push because on defense, But besides that, Triple H, took over, and he kind of booked him very well. Had a good run as IC champion, and then 2024, he went on to win. He dropped the belt to Sami Zayn. He went on to win the King of the Ring, and now he's won the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know if he's going to have a lengthy reign, but I don't see Gunther. I don't see Gunther's going to drop the belt anytime soon. It's still keeping this storyline, this feud between Priest and Finn Balor, and it's confirmed that Gunther's feud is going to face Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday Night Main Event. That is next week. I hope this is going to be set up a triple threat match, probably not at Saturday Night Main Event, but I think probably the first Raw on Netflix, because the Royal Rumble's in February. The first day in February, it makes no sense. I wish they'd just put it in January. That's traditional. The Royal Rumble is the first pay-per-view of the year for the company, but it's just what it is. So I forgot to mention this, in the women's War Games match. This show took place in Naomi's birthday, so you had the fans chanting "Happy Birthday" towards her. That was good. Forgot to mention that when I talked about the War Games match for the women. And let's talk about the final War Games match of the night. The main event, we got the men's War Games match. We got the original Bloodline with CM Punk taking on the new Bloodline with Bronson Reed. Match of the night as far. I don't want to get in details. The story going into this is more between Roman and CM Punk. They're not really eye to eye. I feel like during this match, I thought Punk was about to enter this match, but instead Roman stopped him. And then during this match when he's in the ring, Roman kind of pick up his fellow former members of the Bloodline. Not CM Punk, I said to myself, I think this is leaning towards Roman Punk down the middle. That will be cool. That will be good. But it's unlikely. I don't know. But anyway, so I think the final member of that match was Roman, and you had the Solo, lock in the cage, denying Roman to get in the cage. Imagine get in the cage, climbing the cage, did a splash onto the members of the Bloodline. I feel like one more of the match, two moments of the match I'm going to talk about, Sami Zayn and Jimmy Uso, they kind of reunited, Sami Uso, man. They had that, not brothership, they kind of had that friendship when they were part of the Bloodline. That was good to see. Even though Sami is the Canadian, because this show's in Vancouver, it's good to see. Anyway, one more of the match. He's teasing like he's gonna quit. He's gonna leave the War Games match, but instead he managed to grab the toolbox and hitting members of the Bloodline with the toolbox. The only one never sell this toolbox shot. I think it was Jacob Fatu or Bronson Reed, but vice versa. But anyway, I think Jacob Fatu injured his leg in the process. I think he did I think it was a corkscrew moonsault, but instead Punk got away, and he kind of hurt his leg a little bit. I hope it's not, because he injured his ankle I think it was at Backlash. Yeah, it was I think it was Backlash France. No, Is it Backlash France? I think it was Backlash France, or I think it was Clash of the Castle. I think it was Clash of the Castle. It's one of these shows, but anyway, so this match is awesome, really good storytelling. One more in the match, you had the Bronson Reed did a move off the. It's similar to Rikishi's match from 2000. I think it was against Falfinas. With Bronson Reed, he did I think he was trying to put Roman through a table or something. I can't remember. It's been a few days since I've watched the show. He did a move off the steel cage or the War Games cage, and I think Punk kind of pulled Roman out of the way at the last minute or the last second, and Bronson Reed took the table. I thought oh my god, he felt lucky he's not injured his ribs, man. He felt lucky, the two rings do not collapse. That's like a holy shit moment. But anyway, so in the end, you had the original members of the Bloodline, Roman, the Usos, and Sami Zayn hit and including CM Punk hitting their finishers onto Solo Sikoa. Yeah, also I feel like they put JK Fatu got put through a table. I can't remember who put Fatu through the table. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. But in the end, like I said, the original Bloodline and CM Punk hit their finishers onto Solo to score the victory. It's a shame. I really want to see the new Bloodline getting the victory over the old Bloodline and CM Punk, but it's just what it is. I think this rivalry between the Bloodline and Roman Reigns will still continue. This is leading up to Roman and Solo down the road. I don't see Roman versus The Rock next year. I don't think The Rock is going to compete next year. I think time is running out. They should have done it. They should have done it at WrestleMania 39, but instead they'll focus on Cody. They should have done it this year, but instead, due to the fans' protests, because they kind of shot themselves in the foot, because Cody won the Rumble, and they're trying to do this thing, teasing like they're going to have Rock and Roman for the championship at WrestleMania, but instead, they got to do it very quickly, Even though I think Rock's got plenty of time, Rock's in good shape. People say, oh, he's old. Yeah, Rock is 52, but he's still in good shape. You got to realize, Rock is still in good shape, He can still hang, that tag team match at WrestleMania 40 was good. He hanged. I think he knows the business. He kind of changed things up. He's not young anymore, but he's still The Rock, and he's still in good shape. But I want to see that. I can see the Bloodline going to end in 2025. This storyline's been around for 5 years since Roman came back as a heel. But who knows? But in the end, you had Punk, Roman shake hands. I'm guessing now because Punk was the substitute for Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins refused to team up with Roman because, for the best. They've been feuding since 2014, even though they had that Shield reunions in 2017 and 2018, and a little bit of 2019. That was Ambrose' final match in the company before he goes to AEW. But they've been feuding, since 2014. They had that feud in 2020 this year. At the Royal Rumble, tagging with Cody against The Rock and Roman at WrestleMania 40. I think I don't think they're gonna have another match down the road, and I think Punk's next feud, his next feud is gonna be Seth Rollins. Let's be real, because I want to see Roman versus CM Punk, and I'd be good to see CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. Because they had the match before, back in 2013. I think at the time Punk was more bigger than the Shield, because the Shield are the rising stars. Punk wasn't more of the established star at the time, and now I think things changed. They're both on the level playing field. So yeah, that would be good to see. But besides that, I think it was a good way. My overall rating of Survivor Series 2024, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. This show was fun to watch. I think the 2 War Games matches I put in the good was fun to watch. The undercard was good as well. The two matches I also put in the good is the triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship, and also Gunther versus Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship. The only match I put in the okay, in the middle, is the US title match between LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Not a bad match, not a great match, but I feel like it's a match you see on TV. I can't find anything to put in the bad, but it's hard. I can't really find anything wrong about it. I'm not saying this is a perfect show, but yeah, it's an enjoyable show. I think it was a good way to close WWE in 2024. And also, like I said in the start of this video, this is the final WWE pay-per-view on the network internationally. So yeah, it's a good way to close out 2024 for the WWE. So, what's your thoughts on Survivor Series 2024? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button. Click the like, click the bell, subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. Be part of the Central Unit for more wrestling videos and more. And this is the Central Man officially signing out. Check you later, folks.